This episode of Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief is brought to you by Right By You Mortgage. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to learn more.
From WREL and the Capital Broadcasting Podcast Network, this is your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, October 19th. I'm Amanda Lamb. As the world's coronavirus cases top 40 million, North Carolina is still one of the states struggling to get the pandemic under control. For the 8th day in a row, more than 1,100 people remain hospitalized here. Although there is a dip in the number of new cases, which is now well below the average of 2,000. It's at its lowest number since early October. The death toll in our state hovers slightly below 4,000, and the number of cases here is at 247,000 plus and counting. More than 200,000 people have recovered from the virus. National health experts say as cold weather sends people inside and they grow weary of masks and social distancing, we can expect the number of cases to rise again this winter.
As people are starting to move indoors, are starting to be lax on social distancing, now you're starting to see spread everywhere. And so you're going to see many multiple-fold the number of cases than we saw in the spring if this surge persists.
Dr. Fauci warned us that we may very well get to 100,000 new cases, and I suspect that we will because we're not doing anything to mitigate this, right? I also worry that, what we see today is increases in cases and they continue to increase. What we see 2 weeks from now is escalating deaths.
While many people are hopeful a vaccine is coming soon, the three that seem the most promising are not seeking immediate FDA approval.
Maybe by the end of November, we'll know whether any of the three vaccines that are in later stage phase 3 trials, whether any of them are actually working and are safe. And once we get that signal, then we can begin releasing it to the public, possibly through emergency use authorizations.
Last week, the coronavirus derailed plans for Senator Kamala Harris, the Democratic vice presidential candidate, to come to North Carolina. She had stops planned in Asheville and Charlotte last Thursday, but canceled those appearances after 2 people associated with her campaign tested positive for COVID-19. Her campaign announced today that she has rescheduled those events for this coming Wednesday. They say Harris has repeatedly tested negative for the virus. Today, the Wake County Public School System demonstrated how health screenings will work as the first group of elementary students return for in-person learning beginning October 26. Each school will handle the screenings slightly differently, but everyone will be asked to answer questions about COVID-related symptoms. If they pass this initial screening, they will have their temperatures taken. Their temperature must be below 100.4 degrees for them to be permitted into the school building. Wake School's spokesperson, Heather Lawing, walks parents and students through the process on their YouTube page.
So the important thing is to really follow the instructions of the staff for exactly what you need to do. Here at Southeast Raleigh Elementary, they've got one area set up for walkers over here to do their health screening. They have another area set up for carpoolers to do their screening as they're arriving. And here at Southeast Raleigh Elementary, they're doing the screening still in the car before students get out. It's very important that parents and adults stay with their student until their student has passed the health screening to make sure everything's okay and their student is able to enter the building.
School officials are urging parents to make sure they arrive early because the process will make getting students into the building take a little bit longer. In addition to screenings, students must wear a mask on school property. That's inside and outside the building and on the school buses. They will also be required to social distance and to wash their hands frequently. Some students in Nash and Johnston counties returned to the classroom today for the first time since March. Nash County brought back its kindergarten through third grade students today, and fourth and fifth graders are set to return November 2nd. The superintendent of Nash County Public Schools, Dr. Steve Ellis, addressed students and parents on Facebook.
It seems like almost yesterday we were closing down our buildings and moving to virtual instruction. And yet here we are at the start of the 2020-2021 school year, a year that will be different than any we have had experienced.
At Cooper's Elementary School in Elm City, students and staff were so excited about in-person learning, they created a video to the tune of We're All in This Together from the movie High School Musical to welcome everyone back.
Together, together, come on, let's have some fun. Together, we're there for each other.
This has been your Coronavirus North Carolina News Brief for Monday, October 19th. I'm Amanda Lamb.
When it comes to buying a new home, you want to know that you're in good hands. At Right By You Mortgage, the dedicated team of lenders live in your community and are committed to being right by you every step of the way. Whether you are a growing family, a relocating professional, or a retiring couple, they'll partner with you to find the right loan to fit your unique home buying needs. Plus, with a Right By You Mortgage on-time closing guarantee, they'll pay you and the seller $500 if you don't close on time. Visit rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast to get started. Wherever life takes you, we're right by you. Go to rightbyyoumortgage.com/podcast for full details. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 402136.